Diary of a Poet. It's raining a fine rain, you know, the kind that makes a fool wet. I don't have an umbrella, so it's living up to its name and making me wet. What do you call someone who suffers so much for an unrequited love but a fool raise? Your head, my lion, walk upright, laugh. What's the matter with you? You didn't stop crying, ... That one day you'll realize N.R. has passed without you thinking about him. You will be surprised. Another day some men will mention your name. He looks familiar. Who was he? You'll say, and then you'll remember I remember him in these days so that no one would ask why. You will laugh. Secretly, I'm suffering. One day I'll forget. My logic says I will forget. But my heart is crushing me as if the world has come to an end. Instead of moping around like this, I think I'll have a good cry. Maybe I'll be relieved. I can't be noticed crying in the rain. And there's no one on the street, ... I can't cry. My pride gets in the way. Men don't cry. I'm thinking of something to distract myself. I've got my key ring in my hand. I'm twirling it like a rosary. A whistle on my lips. A sad song entangled in my whistle. I thought I'd find a cheerful melody. Then I gave up because I want to be sad and empty. Want to be relieved. I want to forget that it is evening. The sound of the rain mingles with my footsteps. The streets of Ankara are muddy. The streets empty. Except for the car that passed a few seconds ago. That car did nothing but splash water on me. I didn't even mind the mud splashing. I walked through the empty streets for a while, getting wet. Wet enough. I'm refreshed enough. I should go back home to my bachelor house. I headed towards the main streets. I never knew him. He never made me suffer. All I remember is what I remember from a movie. Yes, I must forget him. I arrived at the bus stop. People were running on the road. But there was only one young girl at the bus stop. Was ashamed of my wet clothes, so I stood in a corner as far away from her as possible. The songs I was singing inside me were slowly becoming cheerful. When I realized that the girl was crying, I felt sad, but I laughed. How can I describe it? You know how they say bitter laughter. I said to myself, here's another poor lover. She was pretty and she looked a few years younger than me. When she realized I was approaching her, she tried to hide her tears. Hello, he looked at my face to see what kind of person I was and spoke hesitantly. Hello, I spoke with a smile. You were lucky. Why? Look, the rain has soaked me all over. But it has only soaked your eyes. He tried to smile as he dried his eyes. You're really wet. I walked a little in the rain. Do you like walking in the rain? I like it, but not enough to get this wet. Then why? I got a heartache. He was obviously happy to find someone close to him, a partner in his troubles. And why the rain in your eyes? I have a heartache too. Darkness reigns until the sun comes out. My darkness is not temporary, it is sunless. Because we are separated, you want to tell me about it. I'm a good listener. It was clear that he needed to share. He stopped for a moment, then I'd like to. But only if you're gonna tell me. You go first. You need to talk more right now, As he started to explain, the bus came, and when it realized we weren't getting on, it passed by. The rain had stopped. We started walking together along the street. Last year he started following me. He acted like a gentleman. He didn't come up to me and bother me. It was like he just wanted my attention, and he succeeded. He was handsome. Anyway, one day he came up to me and said with an embarrassed expression that he wanted to meet me. We talked a little on the street. He said he liked me and had been following me for a while. I decided that he seemed like a nice guy, and after a little coyness, I accepted his friendship offer. A few days later, we met at the bakery and talked. Such meetings and conversations continued for a while, and finally the declaration of love and marriage proposal. Of course, he didn't want to get married right away. He had some work to finish, and when he had done that, he was going to tell our families about it. I took it normally. I accepted, but I always acted with restraint, knowing that some businessmen deceive young girls with such promises. Did I mention he was a businessman? He had a small business partnership with 3 friends. Anyway, I was always very restrained in our relationship, and he became more and more cold towards me. When we talked about marriage, he always advised me to take my time and be patient. Finally, one day I saw him with another girl. I told him that I saw him on our date that day. At first he denied it, but when I pressed him, he confessed, okay, there is a girl. I don't want you anymore. I'm sick of your coyness, he said. I ran away crying. I was very sad, but I I am still thankful that I saw his real face before I got married. I wanted to say something consoling. He was expecting it, but I can't think of anything. I took his hand in a friendly way, but thanks to this incident, we have found friends and companions. He shook my hand sincerely. You're right. Well, Hope, MEHTAP died. It was quite late and the air was chilly. I noticed he was shivering slightly, obviously cold. I'll give you my jacket so you won't get cold, but it's wet. Thanks for the thought. I tried to hide it, but I'm colder in wet clothes than he is. I start to shiver. It's very late. I'll take you home. I didn't listen to your story. That's enough for today. I'll tell you another time. You're shaking. No, I'm dancing. What dance? Pneumonia dance. Let's go. You'll get sick. You don't need a ride home. Will I see you again? Of course we're friends, aren't we? We're friends. Let's exchange addresses, phone numbers. That'd be good. I don't have a phone, but I'll take yours. Are you staying with your parents? Yeah. And you? I'm on my own. Oh, that's bad news. Your house is freezing now. You'll get really sick. Come to our place. I don't think your parents would approve. Don't worry, I'll say something. Like what? I don't know. He saved me from being hit by a car and fell in the mud. I'll say, wow, what I am. We started walking to the bus stop. Do you have a big family? My mother, my father, my grandfather, one brother and one sister. I lean into his ear. I lean in close to his ear. Is your brother older? No, only about 2 meters. I stood upright, standing, on my tiptoes to appear taller than I was. He was almost as tall as I was.
Yaralanmış çırpınır, senle dolu.